Back in December, we spoke to a woman called Isabel Vaughn Spruce. Isabel Vaughn Spruce was arrested for the crime of praying outside an abortion clinic in Birmingham, England. The clinic was closed at the time, but the police didn't care. Praying was enough. They charged her anyway. Well, now it's happened again. A Catholic priest has just been arrested by police in Birmingham for praying near the same abortion clinic. He was holding a sign saying he was praying for free speech. That priest is Father Sean Coe. He joins us with his legal counsel, Lorcan Price. He's with Alliance Defending Freedom UK. Father, Lorcan Price, thank you both very much. Father, first to you, did I simplify that in an unfair way? Were you doing anything violent or anything beyond praying in front of this abortion clinic?
Well, nobody should be criminalized for the thoughts that they're having in their own head. And this is what I was threatened with arrest for. I wasn't actually arrested, but I was interrogated for it and questioned about the thoughts that I was having in my own head, my prayers to God, and then I was charged for doing just this. Now, it's slightly more complicated because, as you say, I did have a sign, but it was saying I was praying for free speech, which I believe is being threatened in the United Kingdom, which it clearly is. And also, perhaps the most absurd charge that was laid against me is that I was also charged for having a bumper sticker on my car which says "Unborn Lives Matter," and I parked this within the censorship zone which the local council had established.
It's a shocking story, more shocking than I realized, and thank you for telling it. I want to go to your attorney now and ask, in a Christian country, which it is officially, that invented the concept of free speech and bequeathed it to us and the rest of the English-speaking world, how can speech and Christianity be criminal offenses?
Well, Tucker, unfortunately, this situation has been developing for some time. These offences were originally intended to deal with what they called antisocial behaviour, but gradually they've been expanded over time now to include, as Father Sean outlined, prayer, including even silent prayer. We've had quite a sinister situation where in one video we've seen authorities arresting a gentleman called Adam Smith Connor. He's an army veteran, asking what he was praying about, and that was whether or not they decided to charge him in that case. So people are waking up, starting to realise really that rights, as you mentioned, that had taken for granted, that have been well established in the history of this country, are being eroded significantly over the last number of years. And it's quite a sinister situation now where we have, even as I speak, the Parliament, you see in the picture behind me, will be debating in the coming weeks whether or not to expand these censorship zones further. And I think your audience may be interested here. We're not talking about a few feet outside the front door of these clinics. These are over 160-yard censorship zones, which means that right around the block and across the street, people are prohibited from praying, prohibited from offering help to women, prohibited even from in any way influencing decisions according to these laws. So it's quite an absurd, as Father Sean said, situation. It's also quite sinister.
Yeah, that's the exact word I was about to tack on to the end of your sentence, but you did it for me. Lorcan Price, Father Sean Goff, a brave man, thank you both for joining us tonight, and I hope that your story makes a change in these attitudes which are authoritarian. Thank you.
Thank you, Tucker.
Thank you.